Project Hail Mary just shattered all expectations at the box office in its opening weekend. Now first off, I want to say thank you for 400 subscribers as we're on the road to 500 subs. And thank you for tuning in to this weekend's box office winners. And before we dive in, please make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already for more box office discussions and popcorn bucket breakdowns. But now let's get into the numbers. Amazon MGM just had its biggest opening weekend ever with Project Hail Mary, surpassing their previous record holder, Creed 3, which opened to $58 million. Now Project Hail Mary came out of nowhere and opened to $80.6 million in the States. And allied to a $60 million international debut, the film had a $141 million global debut. Now the film had a $200 million budget after tax credits, so it needs at least $500 million to break even at the box office. So let's see if the film has good legs. Now this opening weekend is the second best domestic start for a non-franchise film after Oppenheimer, which opened to $82 million. And another great sign for its legs is that it received an astonishing A cinema score. Premium screens were also a huge play as 54% of the audience saw the film on a premium screen and 22% saw it on IMAX. As for the gender split, the audience was 57% male and 43% female, and the diversity demos were as follows: 59% Caucasian, 20% Latino/Hispanic, 10% Asian American, and 6% Black, signaling that the audience wasn't incredibly diverse, but those who showed up loved the film. Anyways, now let's take a look at the rest of the top 10. At number 2 was Pixar's Hoppers, making another $18 million in its third weekend and dropping 37% from last weekend. The hit animated film has now made $120 million domestically and $240 million worldwide. And it has great legs thus far, but it should be prepared as the behemoth is right around the corner. At number 3 was Do or Endure The Revenge, which made $9.5 million in its debut, making it the second biggest Indian film debut in US theaters. And what's more incredible is that the film was only released in 987 theaters, meaning that it had a 14K average per theater. At number 4 was Ready or Not, Here I Come, which debuted to $9.1 million in the States. It's slightly above its predecessor's $8 million debut back in 2019, but accounting for inflation, it seems that not many people decided to revisit this sequel in theaters. It did receive a great B+ cinema score like its predecessor, so it may have great legs or it will do better along the line on digital. While at number 5 was Reminders of Him, making another $8 million in its second weekend and dropping 55%. It's now made $33 million in the States and $54 million worldwide, probably headed to $100 million worldwide by the end of its run. At number 6 was Scream 7, making another $4.3 million and dropping 50%. It's now made $114 million in the States and $193 million worldwide, officially becoming the biggest Scream movie of all time and on course to surpass $200 million worldwide. Coming in at number 7 was Goat, dropping 25% and making another $3.5 million. It's now made $97 million domestically and $174 million worldwide. At number 8 was Undertone, making another $3 million and dropping a harsh 68%. While at number 9 was newcomer Pout Pout Fish, debuting to $1.4 million. And rounding out the top 10 was Wuthering Heights, making another $475,000 and dropping a harsh 72%. This film has now made $83 million domestically and $234 million worldwide. And that wraps up this weekend's box office as Project Hail Mary shattered all expectations. Let me know in the comments what movie, if any, did you see in theaters this weekend? And don't forget to like and subscribe and tune in next weekend to see how Project Hail Mary holds. And as always, keep watching.